Hey guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we're doing an interesting one. This is a video that was recommended by a viewer. Somebody in the comments actually suggested this, and I put the little team together and I thought it would be pretty interesting. So shout out to Faux Reels from the comment section who wanted to see a Battle of Wits team that is basically a heroes team versus the GT Goku event. So obviously we're running STR Vegito as the leads, and then we've got almost a full heroes team because I really wanted to do a video where I use the Super Pycon with the AGL Pycon, and obviously Battle of Wits is one of the only teams where you can do that. So we're going to have double Pycon rotation, and then we've got God Trunks. I'm going to have God Trunks and Super Saiyan 3 Trunks together. They don't have a crazy amount of links, but what this means is that we're going to have both the Vegitos and then the Super Saiyan 4, so actually all of the Vegitos technically, all the Vegitos floating, which means that when we go ahead and put God Trunks in the middle slot, he's going to be able to get Fierce Battle from all of them, because obviously the Super Saiyan 3 Trunks is a Shattering the Limit unit. So Super Saiyan 3 Trunks definitely not going to be operating at his full potential, unlike the Super Saiyan 3 team run that we did on this event yesterday, because obviously he's not going to have links like over in a flash limit breaking form, but he's obviously still going to be very good. He's a very good defensive unit anyway, so should be pretty straightforward. So that means we want this to be our Pycon rotation, so we need to float off God Trunks. So let's go ahead and yeah, can we keep it like this? I guess we should keep it like this. What links do you guys actually share? You have Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and you have Cold Judgment, but I mean he's gonna be dead, so we'll let Pycon get the finish here. Plus it does also mean that 2 out of the 3 rotations where we have the Pycon turn, we are going to be getting AGL Pycon's unit super, because we're going to have the STR Goku and Vegeta floating in that spot. We might transform one or both of them near the end, because obviously we can get a heal out of that, and then obviously the ability to see supers and fire off a bunch of counters. So we can kind of mix it up as we go, but it's just going to be a pretty straightforward run here, I think we should be pretty good most of the way through, to be honest. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then we'll do this. So the Super Pycon is an infinite stacking unit. He does have a chance to additional super built into his passive. So if we do get the best RNG turn for him, he can super attack 3 times. So obviously in a long form event like this, hey, look at that, super counter from Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, that's what we like to see. So yeah, in a long form event like this, obviously he is able to get his attack and defense up quite high. So he will end up being the slot 1 unit with AGL Pycon in the middle. And then of course, just like I was saying with the God Trunks, that means we're going to be able to get Fierce Battle active for that Pycon in every turn, because all of the floaters are going to be Fierce Battle units as well. So we also have Pycon's active skill that we can use at a later time when it's more convenient. So we'll go ahead and do this. We get the support passive, and we can do this. So very solid turn. Should be probably GG this turn. I mean, the STR Goku and Vegeta friend are Rainbow. I actually didn't check their links, but mine is Rainbow full level 10 links. My AGL Pycon is 90%. He's full level 10 links. The Super Pycon is now Rainbow after the summon video that I did earlier. You should make sure you check that out if you haven't seen it. I got some pretty damn good luck on the Kale and Caulifla banner, and then went over to Heroes and got some more good luck pulling extra copies of units that I still needed. So that's going to be very good. The Super Pycon is not full level 10 links, but he's got a bit of a spread. I'll check it when he's up on the next turn, but I know he's got some that are at like 7, possibly even 8, but then I think he's also still got ones that are like 5. Trunks is full level 10 links. The God Trunks is, I think, mostly 9s, but he has 1 or 2 that are at 10. So, and obviously on this team build, because he gets the extra boosts from his passive depending on the number of heroes allies you have on the team, himself included, we do have 4, which is the 3 on this rotation. So him, Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, and then of course the Super Pycon. So So yeah, let's have a look. What are his links like at the moment? So yeah, we got 5, 7, 6, 8, 5, 7, 7. So they have Gentleman, Experienced Fighter, Shocking Speed, Supreme Warrior. So let's go ahead and do this. What is his defense here? 132k at the moment. So he does infinitely stack both. So we also get the support passive from this Pycon, which of course then bumps us up. So we're at 150k, and that's pre-super. So even if he only gets one super off, he's getting another buff on that. The only downside is, of course, just like any Easy A, his super attack doesn't get updated or anything, and this super Pycon definitely has a very lame super attack animation, that is for sure. But he seems like a pretty good unit. I was excited to try out this rotation of Pycon and Super Pycon together, because before this AGL Pycon came out, I always wanted to get Super Pycon, because at the start of the Heroes Celebration, Super Pycon was one of the Heroes units that I didn't actually have. And obviously, if you think on Global, the Pycon that came out alongside Kaioken Super Saiyan Goku is STR, whereas they changed him to INT on JP. So I was always interested in the idea of being able to run those two together, Super Pycon and then the STR Pycon, on like a Super STR team or something. But that was obviously quite a long time ago. And now we have the AGL Pycon, who is very good and has that support style passive that can help buff them up a little bit. So that works really well. So you can see here, the downside to running this rotation is of course the fact that because they don't share any key links, it means that Super Saiyan 3 Trunks is going to need 6 key every time to super, which is a little bit annoying. Whereas obviously God Trunks has Prepared for Battle. So 4 million attack stat from him, not too bad. This is obviously with the 4 Heroes units, including himself, rather than a full Heroes team. But I mean, a 4 million attack stat is pretty good. I should have checked his defense, but based on the stats that I saw when we were discussing God Trunks before he came out, and I was commenting on how everyone was very much underrating him, he should be at around 300k defense post-super attack with this many Heroes allies, which is still good. Obviously, he's nowhere near as like God tier as he is on the actual Heroes team, but we should do this really. Can we get the, yeah, we can get the support buff, all these purple orbs here, and then we'll grab these for you, line ourselves up here to get the Dokkan attack as soon as we can against the Golden Ozaru. So let's do this, drop down some of these orbs, Pycon with the dodge, let's go. As long as you get the rainbow orb, Pycon has the 50% chance to dodge. So sadly this is the turn where we don't get the unit super. And then 2.1 million for Super Pycon. Unfortunately, no additional super. Takes him out though, but obviously we want as many supers as possible so we can get them stacks. So, are we going to get the Dokkan attack this turn? Possibly. So we'll do this. And then I need to grab these, otherwise God Trunks doesn't get a super. Is this enough to give us the Dokkan attack? I don't think it is. No, not quite. So, if God Trunks gets super attacked, that would be bad. But I think he would live. I'm not actually too sure. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so he didn't super attack Super Saiyan 3 Trunks. 4 million attack. I think that's probably going to be what we see. I guess when Super Saiyan 4 Vegito is in slot 3, he obviously has that crossover support passive. So, 283. That's okay. And then we take double digits from normal attacks, so that's fine. I mean, considering the Ozaru is very much an enemy that, if you don't have an item up, it's very common that he can just one-shot you with a type-neutral super attack. So, considering this is not a full Heroes team, which some people will still say is the only team where God Trunks is any good, I would say that's pretty good. I mean, 280k is obviously a lot of damage still to take, but there are a lot of scenarios where a lot of other units would have just got taken out in that spot. So, do we need to use the... I guess we are going to get the Dokkan attack here. Should we just get it with Pycon? AGL Pycon? Because his attack stat is going to be lower than Super Pycon, I think. So, maybe we should just get it with Super Pycon. Because he's going to... I think he's going to do more damage. Yeah, let's go for it. So we'll do that. We'll get the support buff with AGL Pycon because we don't really need to care about him getting the dodge or anything, because we should be all good here, especially with him having type advantage. Super Pycon obviously going to tank normal attacks for double digits at this point. So what's his attack stat? 2 million. Actually, maybe AGL Pycon's was going to be higher. I guess at this point it's not really too important. We potentially finish him off this turn anyway, and with the damage that we do from the Dokkan attack, I think we probably get a full heal, or if not close to it. Although that's actually not really as much damage as I was expecting. Maybe AGL Pycon was probably the better choice, considering he does have type advantage. But I wanted him in the middle slot so he gets those extra links with Goku and Vegeta. Yes, he's at 2.86. It would have been slightly lower in slot 1, because he wouldn't have had Fierce Battle. I think there's one other one they share as well. But still, reasonable damage this turn. The Dokkan attack is going to give us a decent heal. Obviously, depending on what Goku and Vegeta do here, it's very possible that they could like triple super. I mean, there's a double super. They got a crit on the first one as well. Can they actually finish him off here? That would be pretty cool. Okay, no crit. Yeah, okay, then an additional normal with a crit, but not quite enough. And then we're close to full health. But yeah, as I was starting to say on the other turn, is the Super Saiyan 4 Vegito is of course a crossover support unit. So he is helping to buff the Trunkses on this turn as well, which is nice. And we picked up same type orbs for everybody, so now we are at full health. And then this Trunks 5 million attack stat, considering his he's definitely not like the best link partner with God Trunks. That's still a pretty respectable attack stat for our boy there, so we will take that. I think we definitely save Pycon's active skill for the final phase, right? Because obviously Pycon's got type disadvantage against that final Goku, so we have to do this because we need the Rainbow Orb so we can get the dodge. And then we'll just grab these for you, give you guys the 18 key super. So we've used the support memory because it triggered automatically to give us the heal, but we haven't used any items yet. Super Pycon 200k, wow. So his defense unfortunately not high enough to tank Super Saiyan 4 Goku's super attack, but we are tanking the normal attacks. I mean, this team, we are probably in a decent position here where none of our units are just going to get one shot by supers. I probably will have to heal next turn though, because I think God Trunks, if we don't heal and we're sat at around 50% HP, I feel like God Trunks probably gets taken out by a super here because he's got type disadvantage. So, although this is going to give us the opportunity, I believe, if our health is low enough, to fuse one of the Vegetos, because we should have the other Vegito on the next rotation. We shall see here. Because then, of course, that gives us the that bonus information. Yeah, we can. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Because now we get 10 turns of being able to see where he's going to super attack. And so that is going to be hugely beneficial for this last part of the event and determining where we want to put our units. Because, like, especially if he is going to guard, like Super Saiyan 3 Trunks is going to be able to tank a super very nicely. Yes, he's super in slot 1. So, I mean, I would have left Super Saiyan 3 Trunks there anyway, but now 100% I'm leaving him there. So, let's go ahead and give him these. So, unfortunately, no super for him, but I'm definitely okay with that in this scenario. So, let's go ahead and do this. What is his actual defense now? Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, yeah, 348k. God Trunks is at 100k, so when he supers, he's going to be at 200k from his passive, and then remember he raises defense on super as well, so he's probably going to be at around 250. Double super then puts him closer to 300. So, and then of course we can get the full 24 key. Now, yeah, God Trunks, his guard did Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, his guard did activate as well, so we should tank this super attack quite nicely. 350k plus guard, yeah, 14k damage. That's pretty good. And now, God Trunks, we need you to come through with your 50% crit chance here, because you've got type disadvantage, of course. I feel like every time I've used God Trunks in the GT Goku event, it just refuses to let me crit on the int stage, which is the phase where you want the crits the most because of that type disadvantage. But it is what it is, I guess. Vegito with the crit and an additional as well, which gets dodged. I was about to say, I like seeing Vegito's 12 key super because you don't get to see it all that often. But then, of course, Goku decides to go ahead and dodge. So we don't get to see it anyway. So we can't use Pycon's ability here. I feel like we have to do this just because... I mean, I could do this, which would be kind of interesting, because then we could get the counter. But I really don't want to break up the rotation. You know what? Let's try it. Let's do it anyway. So we'll do this. Do this. And then... get the support passive for Pycon as well. Might as well put Vegito there since we know we can potentially counter. And Pycon, Super Pycon's defense is so high that even with no links active here, as you can see, he's just tanking all the normal attacks for double digits. And we know they're only going to be normal attacks because we can see where the supers are. So we get the additional, we get the triple attack turn, but only 2 supers. Super Pycon getting a bunch of these stacks. Like, obviously, he's a unit that's designed to be good in these long form events, but let's see if Super Saiyan 4 Vegito can come in clutch here with the super counter. Ah, he didn't. But he definitely takes less damage than Pycon would have, so yeah, 88k, that's fine. And then floating off AGL Pycon is not necessarily like the worst thing in the world, because as long as we can get those orbs for him, he functions as a support unit, so he's still going to be helpful for the other rotations that he like floats into. So unfortunately, this is another setup though where we don't get a super attack with Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, but because I was thinking originally when I was putting the team together that I could have run like Super Saiyan 4 Vegito and God Trunks on the rotation together, because they share Fierce Battle, they share Prepared for Battle. Vegito is a crossover support unit, so he's giving even more to God Trunks. But both of them are units that function better in slot 2 or 3. Super Saiyan 4 Vegito can work as a slot 1 unit because he's already got reasonable defense. He's not like God Trunks where he gets the majority of his defense on super attack, but he's still not really a slot 1 unit. And so I thought the Super Saiyan 3 Trunks setup would work perfectly fine. Obviously, we struggle to get key. If we get a bad orb rotation, then obviously it's difficult to get key to super attack with Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, but otherwise it's fine. So I think we have to do this here, right? Because I don't know, because I don't think Super Pycon finishes off Goku here. His defense up to 337k, which is nice. So we're just going to grab a bunch of save type orbs. We're back to full health again. So, I mean, you can see here, especially against like the Int Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito works perfectly fine in slot 1. And this is him with like no links active. So, a little bit of extra defense from his links and he'd have been tanking those normal attacks for double digits. And there we go. There's the super counter. It's just a nice little... oh, we got the crit on the counter as well. It's a nice little synergy using the Super Saiyan 4 Vegito on this team with the STR Vegito. You can see where the super attack is, so you put Super Saiyan 4 Vegito there, and he has the 50% chance to counter it. So, pretty nice. And then we get to see the Spirit Sword from Vegito here to finish off Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So, final phase now against the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I'm going to go ahead and use the Pycon active skill here so we can get rid of all these attacks. Because if Super Saiyan 3 Trunks doesn't guard, then obviously we could still take a bit of damage here because we've got type disadvantage. So we're just going to take that out of the equation. If I do this, I have to make sure I'm getting the... I guess I could just do this and not risk it. I was going to say, because if I do that, I'd have to like take the risk that I am going to definitely get the support passive with Pycon. But we kind of ended up having to do that anyway. But we did manage to get it, so everybody gets the super. We get that little bit of extra support. 4.2 million for Super Saiyan 3 Trunks is good, but of course no crit means not a lot of damage with type disadvantage. 4.3 for God Trunks though. Can he crit? No. Additional super? Yeah, there we go. 4.59. Not bad, not bad. So his defense is going to be around 300k at this point. Not that we're getting attacked, but we actually get the crit as well. Very nice. and then 2.3 for AGL Pycon. So, yeah, I think this was a very fun team build idea. I wanted to do, like I said, something to do with Battle of Wits, just so I could have the Super Pycon and AGL Pycon together for like a video. I thought that would be a cool idea, and this definitely is an interesting way to do that team. So shout out to Faux Reels again for suggesting this. I think it was pretty cool. I'm sure we're still within the 10 turns for Super Vegito's thing, right? Hasn't been 10 turns since we transformed that other Vegito, has it? Well, I mean, you never know, I guess. If we don't get supered this turn, then I'm assuming that we are still within that thing. We obviously do need to lose some HB if we want to transform the other Vegito, but I mean, Super Pycon just handling business here perfectly fine, taking those double digits. We need to get, obviously, him linked back up with the AGL Pycon, because now that he's gotten so many more super attacks and gotten so many more stacks, I really want to see what his attack stats going to be looking like once he's actually back linked up with the AGL Pycon. So, yeah, no super that turn, and here we can see, right, we are getting the super in slot 1. So, we have to rely on Super Saiyan 3 Trunks getting his guard here. So I think what we have to do is we just have to use a WITS, right? Just in case he doesn't actually get it. Because if he doesn't get it and we don't have an item up, we die. So definitely using the WITS here. See, guard did not activate. And I think that it doesn't activate, like it doesn't have the chance to activate again if it doesn't activate with the first attack. So yeah, we still took 227k with a WITS active, which when you consider how good defensively Super Saiyan 3 Trunks is, with how much he stacks up his defense, like even if he doesn't get his guard to activate, he's still relatively good defensively, even with type disadvantage when it comes to like normal attacks and stuff. But that shows you just how powerful the type advantage super from full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku is. But double super from God Trunks. Sadly, we don't get the crit on the second one. Oh, come on. And he dodges Vegito's 18 key super. Doesn't dodge the counter though, so crit counter for a nice little chunk of damage. And then we are all good. I think we definitely... Well, actually, we can still see the super attacks. We still have WITS active. So we'll go ahead and do this. And then we'll grab these. Make sure we get the support passive. Do we go ahead and transform here? I feel like we just do, right? Because we're going to get 2 counters in the back end if we do that. So yeah, I think we definitely go ahead and get the fusion here. And this is Super Vegito. So Super Vegito, and we can grab those. I don't know if this is going to be the final turn here, but let's see. What are we getting from Super Pycon now offensively? No extra support from slot 3. 2.6, so he infinitely stacks, but it seems like he doesn't really build up like crazy. Like you would expect an infinite stacking unit that's been on main rotation, especially one that is Rainbow. Got a very good link partner with him. I would honestly expect him to be putting out higher numbers than that. So, double-digit damage from the super, though, with WITS active is still pretty nice. But yeah, Super Pycon is definitely not impressing me as much as I was hoping that he would. Like, the fact that he's been stacking all this time, and he's still putting out a lower attack stat than the AGL Pycon. I mean, obviously, he's a Dokkan Fest unit, but mine is 90%, and Super Pycon is Rainbow. So that is a little bit disappointing, I think, because he's double or triple supered a few times in this run. So honestly, you would expect an infinite stacker to be at a higher percentage than that, because you know we're on the Battle of Wits team proper, so 170 lead from the Vegitos. It's not like, you know, we're under a lower leader skill, so we'd expect lower numbers out of Pycon. So go ahead and do this. We're potentially getting the Dokkan attack this turn. I think we just have to do this because I don't want to die at the last minute. And obviously, if Trunks doesn't activate his guard, then we definitely just die to that super. So We did not quite get the Dokkan attack either, because, I mean, I guess that's good, because AGL Trunks getting the Dokkan attack, although he did crit, so the Dokkan attack would have been a crit. The guard did activate, so technically we didn't need to use the item, but that means we're obviously just going to tank the super for even less. So, yes, 17k. I mean, you can see the huge difference, right? So, both turns were with a WITS active. Guard activate, 17k. Guard didn't activate, 230k. Like, that really shows you the how Guard is such a powerful mechanic. I mean, there's a reason why everybody like jerks off Tech Gohan all the time, right? Is that Guard, especially when it's guaranteed, is a very, very powerful mechanic. So this is going to be it here. Let's go ahead and let Super Pycon get the W with the Dokkan attack as well. Get the buff from AGL Pycon. I mean, his defense is up to 500k, which, you know, he's an infinite stacker, so it's not crazy that he's got really high defense. But 500k defense, it's just a shame that his attack doesn't seem to stack up quite as quickly. I really expected to see him, like, you know, at like 4 or 5 million by the end of the run. And we're getting 2.7. I'm not even going to bother hitting these because this should take him out. But, yeah, the fact that he's not even at a 3 million attack stat at this point is actually kind of crazy. Even with the follow-up additional, because the Dokkan mode... So apparently I did need to hit the nodes, because we didn't take him out, and then he dodged the follow-up. So I guess it's up to the AGL version to finish the job. So realistically, even the ending here was a letdown from Super Pycon. But even so, it was a fun idea for a team build, so shout out to Faux Reels for this. I wanted to use these guys on a team together, and this was a pretty interesting build for it. Not the craziest team in the world by any means, but pretty good. I think God Trunks performed reasonably well, considering it wasn't a full Heroes team as well. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. And just like our boy did here, if you guys have ideas for teams and stuff that you want to see me do in videos, any of them that I think are interesting and can make for some cool teams, I'm quite happy to go ahead and do those as videos. So seems like the emulator is probably going to take forever to load up the end screen here, so we're just going to call it a day. Let me know what you thought of the team build down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master again. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.